MTG MotoRider NC750X DCT. Say no more, Squire. Wait a minute, I forgot where I put my helmet. Oh, wait. I see it. It's in there. 23-liter compartment. That's amazing. Tuck your gloves in there, too. How cool is that? And this is the USB. I think this is USB-C. You can have that as an option. Now, what's really awesome about this is, I know you're thinking, where's the fuel tank? Well, I'll turn this key the other way. Pops the rear seat. There's gas. Maybe they should call it the NCC 750X. Gene Roddenberry would be proud. Got a lot of technology in there. Star Trekian almost. Hey, we're going to put this in sport mode because we're going to give it the beans and see what it does on the highway when we give it the beans. Let's stand up on the pegs. Oh yeah, you know what? Standing up on the pegs with this, yeah, it's set up beautifully for that. I am on a bike all the time, year round. So self-canceling turn signals, to me, I guess I got a little spoiled. I had a couple bikes that had them. Alright, so as you can hear the wind noise, there, I'll get down here. I'm crunching down so you can hear me talk without getting blasted. The wind noise is pretty bad. Now I am doing 76. It doesn't redline until 7. And I'm getting about 4,000 RPMs. You got plenty of room on the higher end. Plenty of room to go. The wind is the issue with this windscreen. The wind is definitely the issue. Now the torque, the 0 to 60 is about 5 seconds, which is enough. Is enough. Honda has the HSTC, which stands for Honda Selectable Traction Control System. You can select whatever you want. That's your power, that's your traction. Spin on the rear wheel, you can set that. EB is your engine braking, you can set that. You get lower rear traction. You want to maybe do that on gravel if you want to spin out a little bit. There's rain mode, maximum traction, low power, low engine braking. You also got hazard lights, no self-canceling turn signals again. Honda, you put it on the VFR 1200, it's on my 1200X, least you could do, honestly. Hang on, I'm going to make a helmet adjustment. Maybe I can improve on this a little bit. The handling is magnificent. This thing handles beautifully, even though it's a little tall. It's not that tall. It's not as tall as my V-Strom or my VFR, but it's kind of tall. Honda's a brilliant company. There's a couple things they probably could have done a little better. This windshield, you'll have to aftermarket if you want it to go higher. I'm 5'9", and I was getting a lot of wind on my face. But what they did great, all LEDs, same wheel setup as the CTX 700. You got a 120 in the front, 160 in the back. You've got dual channel anti-lock brakes. So you got an ABS sensor for the front, and you have an independent ABS sensor for the rear. It is a chain drive, and it's got a 3.8 gallon tank. You might not think that's a lot. This thing does get 67 miles per gallon, so you do get a fuel range of approximately 235 miles. I'd be looking for a gas station in this thing. Still really good. Boost up on the 750 from the 700cc parallel twin that was in the CTX 700, and the same motor they put in the NC700X. I have the CTX 700. I love the bike. It was great. This motor gives you a little more pep, 59 horsepower, 51 foot-pounds of torque. Minor adjustment. Hang on. Let's see if this works. We'll see if that's any better. And the skid plate has the DCT transmission like it was made for it. I think it comes with the skid plate, which is great if you're going to do some fire trails, but with about 5 inches of ground clearance, I wouldn't go too off-road with it, but I think it would hold its own just fine if you stand up on the pegs. Liquid cooled, of course. Mr. LaForge, report. The only thing this thing is missing is lasers. Maybe a laser beam system. You know what's great too is I can flat foot this bike very easily. 31-ish inch seat height. You know, that's nice. Oh wow, real easy to turn. First thoughts, the wind dynamics from the fairings are good. It's blowing the wind around my body pretty nice. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. My thing is the wind from here up. It's a little windy. It almost, There, I got my visor all the way down. Let's do this again. I'm in, let's go in sport mode. Oh yeah, this thing's got plenty of goose. It's plenty. What makes this great is that the CTX 700, or the NC 700, same motor basically, it really didn't have the pull. This has enough pull to where, even at the 70 to 85 mile an hour range, you feel like you can get pretty assertive. That's what's great about this thing. It's got plenty of upper end. Let's see, 6 gear, let's get it to 81. I'm doing 4,200 RPMs. I don't redline till 7,000. So you got a long way to go. Now look, I'm down here, it's kind of quiet. I'm sitting normal. Quiet. Normal. I don't know if that's going to read on camera, but you can definitely feel it up here. I got a I've got a wind canceling microphone. But what I like about this thing, it's like an NC 700, but it's got a little more guts to it. You know, it really does. The suspension is very soft, very comfortable. The seat's firm but comfortable. It's not V-Strom 650 terrible, which anybody who's owned a V-Strom, I put 12,000 miles on mine in 1 year, trust me. I knew everything there is to know about riding the V-Strom 650. That seat was terrible. But this thing, it's pretty comfortable actually. I can't think of a whole lot bad to say. This bike's really flickable, about 500 pounds wet, so it's easy to boss around, and yet you're sitting a little higher up. These mirrors, great ergonomics. I can see everything. I can see all lanes of traffic. They could be a little bit bigger, but they're fine. I can't think of too much bad to say, to be honest with you, and I'm searching. Trust me, I'm looking. I mean, I'm looking at this whole package thinking, it's easy to maneuver, it's easy to ride, great gas mileage, but it's got really good torque when you want it to. You can shut it off if you're going to do gravel and you want a little more spin in your rear tire. Wow, I really like the bike. I can understand why people get them. My knees don't feel crunched. I'm in an upright riding position, but it's not so severe that I'm feeling crunched. Engineering report. Never mind, I see it. This is one of those utility sort of go anywhere, do anything bikes that you can buy without actually buying an adventure bike. It sort of hints at that, sort of, you know, there's a little gray area where it almost overlaps a little bit with the adventure bike, sort of, only without the suspension and without the ground clearance, you know, and the things you need if you're going to go really kind of push it a little bit. But, you know, for what it's given you, it really is quite amazing. I mean, they think everything out really, really well, all the little stuff. These fairings, for instance, they're wide enough to channel the wind around your body, but they're not so wide that you still feel like if you're in a situation or in a state where lane splitting is legal, you can kind of get away with it. It's still a pretty narrow profile, you know, all LED. I love this look right here, this little nose ring jobby. They put that on my VFR 1200X too. It's kind of aggressive looking. The all LEDs, the whole package, when you look at the entire thing, and you look at the fact that you get 67 miles per gallon in this entire thing, plus you get pretty good torque, you get pretty good speed in sport mode, 0 to 60 in 5-ish seconds. You can stand up on the pegs if you have to. It was very comfortable to do that. It was very natural to do that. Your knees cup right around here beautifully. The storage built in. I look at this entire package and I go, wow. And it really is not that hard on the eyes. I mean, minus that giant camel hump in the back. Okay, beyond all that, this thing looks amazing. It looks amazing, rides great. I can't think of anything bad to say, and I want to. I want to say something negative. Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard, Captain Kirk can fight over this one all day long. Yeah, right around $9,000 brand new, I guess. Get them used for $7,500, maybe $8,500. The NC750X, they pack an awful lot into that little package. It seems to do it all pretty well, actually. I can't think of too many negative things to say about it. Self-canceling turn signals. Adjustable windscreen, maybe one that comes up a little higher. That's about it. Other than that, this bike's fantastic. And I would not hesitate as a first-time rider to get one of these because you can control the torque and just be judicious with your use of the traction control. TG MotoRider, signing off.